Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome to the Fashion Bunker. For those of you who haven't seen my past video, you could check it out. Computer has been lost and I'm still looking for it, but trying to think about positive things on a more positive note. I will do an unboxing and perhaps first impressions of a perfume, which I'm going to show you guys. This one. It is the Chanel Pour Monsieur Eau de Parfum. Now, Lanier Smith, hi Lanier, how you doing, sweetie? You should check out his channel, guys. He does great perfume reviews. He kind of, made me aware of this one. I mean, I do have the Pour Monsieur Eau de Toilette Eau Concentrée, which has the same packaging. And now it changed name to Eau de Parfum. But the thing is, once it changes name, usually it gets reformulated, right? See, Eau de Parfum. And you got the Chanel logo on top. I had to try it out. I do remember how my, I have to go really low here. I do remember how my Chanel Eau de Parfum, no, Eau de Toilette Eau Concentrée smells like. And I tried this one at the airport. And see how this one smells. You know how it is with testers at the airport? They usually don't really, because they're heated up with the spotlight and everything. We're going to smell a fresh batch of Pour Monsieur. Does it say Eau de Parfum? Yeah, it does say Eau de Parfum at the bottom. There somewhere. It's right there. Batch number 0301. 75 milliliter. It's a great spray. Sprayer like it very... I should do a comparison like side by side of both perfumes, but just like smelling it out like this, there's definitely similarity to the Eau Concentrée, but it's not the same scent. I have to go down. It's like, it's citrusy in the opening. This is a mess. It's citrusy in the opening, and it's also less aggressive. I would say maybe, let me sit on this frickin' sofa. It's less nutmeggy, less aggressive, less acidy and pissy than the Eau Concentrée. Green marble. You can imagine the stone, the marble stone, and then if it were green and if it had like a creamy sense to it, that's what it would be. And I'm really liking it. And it is not, like the more time passes and the less you could say that this is the Eau de Toilette Concentrée. It's because it's not. It turns out to be quite different, as a matter of fact. I am very surprised. Does it smell old school? Yes, it does. Even though the new formulation is like relatively new, a couple of years back, I guess. And again, I repeat, I will make a comparison between the Concentré and the Parfum, Eau de Parfum and the Eau Concentré in some other videos when I'm back in the Fashion Bunker, which is where the Pour Monsieur Eau Concentré resides at the moment. It's not with me. But I definitely identified differences. Is this Pour Monsieur? No, it's not. It's something totally different, but I'm liking it very much. It's quite old school, even though it's a new perfume. It has that sort of old school vibe to it. Now, a colleague of mine, I asked for her opinion, and she was like, oh, it smells kind of old, like grandpa or grandma-ish. It does have an old school vibe to it, but I think in my case it's much needed because it's very now. It's very different from what is out there at the moment. It's not one of those, you know, cool water Davidoff perfumes or stuff like that. This one is a league of its own. The quality is good. I don't sense out the vanilla that a lot of people sense out, perhaps because it's quite cool in this room. There's air conditioning on at the moment. Maybe that influences it as well. But to me, it's more fresh, subtle, creamy, green marble creamy, rather than vanilla. And mind you, the Eau Concentrée is very heavy on vanilla in the dry down. This one isn't. It's actually very pleasant. I have to say, I am pleasantly surprised. Also, the first time I sprayed it on at the airport, like 4 to 5 hours later, it was still on my skin. Now I have sprayed it freshly, new, out of the bottle, and very, very pleasant. This is definitely a keeper, guys. So it's a little kind of like a secret. You know, Chanel didn't announce that they were going to change the Eau Concentrée to Eau de Parfum. And whether or not they, you know, I've been reading through forums, and a lot of people have been trying to ask Chanel had they reformulated it or not. They don't want to give answers. Well, Chanel, maybe you should have kind of relaunched this perfume as a new version altogether, because it would have been worth it. It's definitely worth a sniff. And you know where you find this one? Like, there's the entire kind of wall of Chanel perfumes for men on one side, women on the other side. They're very keen and anal about separating what's male and female, really annoying. And then at the bottom shelf are the Pour Monsieurs and the Anteos perfumes, because those are considered the smaller, the least selling ones. So you might not see it immediately, because you really got to go down to the lowest shelf to find this one. Now, mind you, also the Eau de Toilette is amazing, because that's the original formulation, but I do already have the Eau de Toilette. That's why I didn't repurchase it again. I did spray it on me as well. Just, it's more cold. It's more kind of metallic in a way than this one. This one is very special, very, very special. I don't know how much you could say it's really Chanel. I guess it is, just because it smells way more noble than everything else out there for men from other brands. You know what I mean? It's like slightly detached, which is that quality that Chanel fragrances have, that they're like kind of slightly detached from reality and from everything surrounding us. By the way, apropos detaching, again, this Asylum video that I shot some months ago in the same hotel in another room that was more like red, like beige tone. This one is blue. It's driving me insane, because the walls are padded, so as I talk, there's no echo. There's like, my ears are hurting me from, I can't hear myself. So I tend to speak louder, which might kind of send the mic into tilt, because I cannot hear myself. I feel like both ears are getting like pressure on them, like a vacuum, and it's like, and it's popping them, and I really have difficulties to hear myself. It's really, really strange. I think you got to get used to it when all the walls are padded and like absorb all the sound waves. So yeah, that's another thing that's driving me crazy. Beyond the fact that actually, you know, my computer still hasn't been found. Anyway, I'll be enjoying this perfume a lot, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I apologize for the mess. It is what it is. I'm just being honest. This is my life at the moment. I'm just sharing it with you. Let's just share the mess together. Let me know if you have this perfume and if you like it. Or if you don't like it. There's also something kind of, no, just in the lid, like the residue of the perfume. Smells kind of sagey, and I love sage. I don't know if there's lavender in there. Sandalwood, I don't know. Maybe. But definitely reminiscent of Eden. Go figure. Very lightly, like for those of you out there who are fans of Eden, the original formulation, don't go all crazy and be like, oh my God, it's not Eden. But there's something in there, that creamy green touch, marbly creamy green touch, that is very Eden to me. But in a very Chanel type of way. You know, if number 19 were conceived, was to be, or has been conceived as a male fragrance, I think it would have come pretty close to Pour Monsieur Eau de Parfum. It's definitely green, and it definitely has that slight powdery touch. I mean, number 19 has a bigger powdery touch, especially the Parfum. This one doesn't have it that intensely strong. There's probably no iris in here. Maybe there is a hint of it. Something's powdery in here, but not as powdery as number 19. It's kind of like the masculine version, and you know how much I hate genderizing perfumes. But you could call this number 19 Pour Homme. There you have it, guys. Thumb up this video if you liked it. Leave me comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what y'all think about this perfume and about my review. Love you all. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. No matter what situation you're in, no matter what sort of asylum you're locked in, don't ever give up on love, guys. Love ya. Bye.